In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the information on pages PowerPoint 6 and 7, which is entitled Examine the PowerPoint Window. After watching this video, you should be able to explain PowerPoint window elements. When you first start PowerPoint, you have the ability to choose what kind of presentation you want to use to start. A blank one, or one with a pre-formatted design. You can also open and work on an existing presentation. PowerPoint has different views that allow you to see your presentation in different forms. By default, the PowerPoint window opens in Normal View, which is the primary view that you use to write, edit, and design your presentation. The Normal View is divided into two areas called panes. The pane on the left is called the Thumbnails pane, which displays the slides of your presentation as small images called slide thumbnails. The large pane is the slide pane, where you do most of your work on the slide. Now let's take a look at the steps on page PowerPoint 6. Step 1 tells us that we need to open up PowerPoint 2013, and we can do that in one of a couple different ways. First of all, if you have an icon on your desktop, you can double-click the icon, and the icon would look similar to this, where it would say PowerPoint 2013, and it would be orangish in color, and it would have a P, and it looks like have a little pie chart over here as well. If you do not have an icon on your desktop, you can click on the Start button in the lower left-hand side of your desktop, go to All Programs, and then you can scroll down the list of all programs until you get to Microsoft Office 2013. Click to open up the folder, and then you can click on PowerPoint 2013. This will open up PowerPoint. And as we heard in the opening paragraph, that you can choose to either start with a blank PowerPoint presentation, which would be the blank presentation here, or you can choose a pre-formatted design, which is any of these other ones here, or you can choose to search templates and themes. Now, your PowerPoint may have opened up a little bit differently depending on if it was the first time that you've ever opened up PowerPoint. It may try to set it up for you, and if it does, just continue clicking Next or OK just to continue to allow it to set up for you, and that is perfectly fine. If you would like to, at some point in time, if you see this little area here that says Take a Tour, if you are already familiar with PowerPoint, this will show you some new features that go along with PowerPoint 2013. In addition, you can start a new PowerPoint presentation by the blank presentation or the pre-formatted one, or over here on the left-hand side, you can open up an existing presentation, and that's where you can work on your existing presentations. But in step 2, it tells us that we want to click the blank presentation slide thumbnail, and that is this one right up here. So we click on the blank presentation, and now PowerPoint will open up the window, and it's opened up in Normal View. And you can take a look on page PowerPoint 7, and you will see a listing of all the different elements that is on the PowerPoint window Normal View. And we'll go over a few of these different elements that is on here. Very similar to other Office programs, PowerPoint does have a ribbon, which is the wide band spanning the top of the PowerPoint window that organizes all of PowerPoint's primary commands, which you will find that all along this side right up here. It does contain the primary the commands, which is identified by a tab such as Home, Insert, Design, Transitions, and so forth on there. And commands are further arranged into groups such as clipboard, slides, fonts, paragraph, and so forth. And they're arranged in those groups based upon their functions. So for an example, text formatting commands such as bold, underline, and italic are located on the Home tab, and they're located in the font group. The Thumbnails pane, which we mentioned a little bit earlier, is located here on the left-hand side of our window. In the Thumbnails pane, you can quickly navigate through the slides of your presentation by clicking the slide thumbnails on this pane. And you can also add, delete, or rearrange slides using this pane, and that is in this area right over here. Of course, currently we only have one slide. Then next we have our main work area here, and that is this large area here, and that is our slide pane. And that displays the current slide for our presentation. We also have the quick access toolbar, which provides us to common commands, and that is up in the upper right hand or the upper left hand corner. Excuse me, it's in the upper left hand corner here. And it provides us access to common commands such as save, which is the disk here, the undo, which is the arrow pointing backwards, which right now we can't undo anything because we haven't done anything. And also we have the redo on here, or which it says repeat as well. And we also have, it looks like a little screen here, start from beginning, and that's for our slideshow. The quick access toolbar is always visible no matter which ribbon tab you select. This toolbar is fully customizable, and you can do that by clicking the Customize Quick Access Toolbar button to add or remove buttons, and that is this button right here, and you can click on that, and here's where you can add some more of the Quick Access Toolbar buttons, or you can go down to more commands, or you can actually show this below the ribbon. Next, we also have the View Shortcuts button on the status bar, which allows you to quickly switch between PowerPoint views, and that is down here. Right now we are in normal view, but there's also the slide sorter view, which we have here. We have the reading view, which is here, and we also have the slideshow view, which is here, which looks like a blank slide right now because that's what it is. So going back to normal view, that's where we're at right here, and that is, it allows us to change the different views. We also have the Notes button on the status bar, which allows us to open up the Notes pane, and that is down here. So when we click on this, this opens up this little pane right down here at the bottom, and of course the Notes pane is used to type text that references a slide's content. You can print these notes and refer to them when you make a presentation, or print them as handouts and give them to your audience. The Notes pane is not visible to the audience when you show a slideshow presentation in slideshow view. Next, we also have the Comments button, which is directly to the right of the Notes button down here. And that is on the status bar that allows you to open the Comments pane. And if we click on that, here's the Comments pane that opens up here. And in the Comments pane, you can create, edit, and select and delete comments. Of course, to close it, you can just click on the Close button here, and that will close the comments. And also down on here as well, we do have the status bar. And right now it just tells us that we have slide 1 of 1. And it's located on the bottom of the PowerPoint window. It shows messages about what you are doing and seeing in PowerPoint, including which slide you are viewing and the total number of slides. In addition, on the status bar, the zoom slider controls, which are over here on the right hand side of the status bar, is on there. We have the Fit Slide to Current Window button, which is this one right here on the far bottom right hand side, and information on other functionalities such as the presentation theme name, signatures, and permissions. And then finally we do have the zoom slider here, which is this little toolbar right here. It's in the lower right hand corner of the status bar and is used to zoom the slide in and out quickly. Now on page PowerPoint 7 on the bottom, it talks a little bit about viewing your presentation in grayscale or black and white. Now viewing your presentation in grayscale using shades of gray or pure black and white is useful when you are printing a presentation on black and white on a black and white printer and you want to make sure your presentation prints correctly. To see how your color presentation looks in grayscale or black and white, you click the View tab, which that is right up on here. So you can click the View tab, and then of course right in here in the Color and Grayscale group is where you want to look at. So you can either click the Grayscale button or the Black and White button, really depending on which button you select, the Grayscale or the Black and White tab will appear. And the ribbon displays different settings that you can customize. If you don't like the way an individual object looks in black and white or grayscale, you can change its color. And you can click the object while it's still in grayscale or black and white view, and then you can choose the option in the Change Selected Object group on the ribbon. And that concludes the information that's on pages PowerPoint 6 and 7, which we examined the PowerPoint window. On the next video, we're going to be able to enter slide text.